here, and Epic Universe is coming in 2025, which realistically is not that far away.
It's really not.
So today we are going to talk about the next land in Epic Universe that you can expect, which is How to Train Your Dragon: Isle of Berk.
It's gonna be adorable.
It really is. Toothless is gonna be there.
So if you enjoy this video, be sure to hit the subscribe button so that you can stay tuned for all the Epic Universe updates that we will bring to you. So directly from Universal, opening in 2025 at Universal's Epic Universe, explore How to Train Your Dragon: Isle of Berk and discover an island where Vikings and fire-breathing dragons exist together in harmony.
Are you jazzed or what?
It's gonna be super cute.
You
and
keep
super
saying
fun.
cute, but
it's
like,
gonna be,
it's gonna
it
be
is.
so good.
It's gonna be awesome.
Like, Seuss Landing, adorable. How to Train
Even
Your Dragon
bigger.
World, even better. We do have a couple fun facts about How to Train Your Dragon: Isle of Berk to bring to you throughout this video. One of them that I am jazzed about is that this land that they have dedicated so much space to is 15.5 acres large.
I don't know how big that is.
That's about just over the size of 10 football fields.
That's pretty big.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be good. I think there's gonna be a lot of space and a lot of rides to look forward to, which that leads us into our first topic, the rides you can expect in this new land.
The first ride we're gonna talk about is Hiccup's Wing Glider. And if you know Hiccup, he comes up with some unique contraptions. And this is one where you're gonna fly around the Isle of Berk in one of those unique contraptions.
He made a dragon for us to fly in.
Or to practice flying around it.
It is a thrill ride. It has a 40-inch height requirement, and also, if children are under 48 inches, they do need a companion joining them. Additionally, you're gonna ride all around the Isle of Berk.
Gonna give you some great views, I think.
Like, I think this is a tier up from Hippogriff.
Flight of the Hippogriff, yeah.
This is gonna be a roller coaster that's a tier up, in my opinion, from Flight of the Hippogriff, because you're gonna be going a little bit further and a little bit faster. I'm excited for this. I don't know about you,
Yeah.
like, I know it's not Velocicoaster status, but
I kind of think of it as like a combination of Flight of the Hippogriff
mhm.
mixed with High in the Sky Seuss Trolley Train Ride. So that it's a little more aggressive than like Flight of the Hippogriff, but you're still getting that touring aspect of like
Right.
going around the entire Isle of Berk.
And you get to see different things as you go, get some cool views, really feel like Hiccup is taking you on a flight throughout Isle of Berk.
And you get to practice flying on a dragon.
The next ride that we're going to talk about is Dragon Racers Rally. I hope I said that correctly. So for Dragon Racers Rally, we've seen this style of ride at other theme park areas before, but basically you're going to strap in. You have some wings attached to you, and you're going to race some dragons. Not only are you going to race, but you're going to be spinning through the air.
As much as you want.
Your dragon's going to spin with you.
Mm-hmm.
So personally, this is my kind of ride. This is not a Ben kind of ride.
I mean, granted, it's like a choose your own adventure. You'll be able
Yeah.
to spin or as much,
As long as you can control
as
it. 'Cause
much or as little as you want.
there's a
but
theme park out there where it went terribly, terribly wrong for one woman. I doubt Universal will allow that to happen.
This
but
one might be one where Universal has to dial it back a little bit after initial opening.
Hashtag protein spills. Are you excited about this ride?
I'm nervous about this ride. Like I said, I tend to get motion sick, and this one spinning in multiple fashions gives me queasies.
I think it's going to be so fun.
You love the spins, though.
I absolutely love the spins. Okay, if you were to take this ride, how, with the current ride, like what you just did with Hiccups, okay, how would you mix these two? What two rides would you take to mix and make it?
Twirl and Hurl and Storm Force.
Okay, I see you there.
Because you're going to go spinny, spinny,
Around.
up and down is
ups and downs.
but then you're also going to go spinny, spinny in your little teacup dragon thing.
I think the intensity of this ride, just based off of the whole choose your own adventure, could be a bit more intense than the roller coaster we just talked about, but then also could be very, very friendly as well. So I look forward to seeing how you fare with this one, but I'm jazzed. It's gonna be so good.
The ride that I'm most excited about in this land is Fire Drill.
Fire Drill.
It's a kind of shooter ride where you're going to travel around in a boat and use water cannons to put fires out. Rough Nut and Tough Nut have created a water boat battle where teams of Vikings compete to out-soak each other.
You're gonna get wet on this ride, huh?
Oh yeah. Competitive. Let's go.
So it's a shooter, water,
What
competition.
could be better? What could be better?
That is totally up your alley.
MIB with water.
You're gonna get really wet doing this
The
ride, aren't you?
fun fact about this ride is the water cannons on this ride shoot up to 28 feet in the air.
Do you think they'll have it set up where the boats can shoot at other boats?
Considering they shoot at 28 feet up in the air, I doubt it, because that just sounds like a bad idea.
Do you think they'll have it set up where, like, you know, at Popeyes, you have different areas where people that are watching can pay and shoot?
That'd be kind of cool.
So, like, somebody else can, like, shoot water at the boats that are
Mhm.
going?
Probably.
I don't doubt that if you ride this ride, you
You're
will
going
get
to get
off.
wet.
And, yeah, you will be wet afterwards.
I also think it's going to be super cute because very similar to Hiccup's ride, that you'll get kind of a tour
Mhm.
of the Isle of Berk as you go through this ride, if you can look around while you're shooting water at fires and
Odds are
dragons and
you're not going to
stuff
pay
like that.
attention to that, but I
No,
might.
yeah.
In the last area of the, I'm going to call it a ride, but it's more of an attraction for How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk is Viking Training Camp. This section is really for the little Vikings in your party to go explore and learn how to become a Viking.
I view this very similar to Camp Jurassic,
Yeah.
but also potentially if I ran the zoo at Seuss Landing.
Okay, so there's kind of a mix of different items going on here
Mhm.
in Viking Training Camp. We have things like Viking drums, we have an interactive sheep launcher game, and then also there are just different areas to crawl around, play on, and
Slide down and
slide down
have
and have
some
fun,
fun.
right? I think, although yes, it's for children, we will also love this space.
Oh, yeah. I always get stuck going down the slides at Camp Jurassic. I can't imagine that this one's going to be any different.
With How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk, I just keep saying the full name of it, I think that this whole area of the park is going to be very family friendly and family focused. So having a training camp section for the little ones who may not quite be ready to go and ride Hiccup swing gliders or do, you know, a rally flight.
Yep.
They need a section as well to be able to play. So I think this area will be perfect. Now, there is a show in this world. Let's talk a little bit about what you can expect for the untrainable dragon.
The arrival of a new dragon at Berk presents a unique problem to Hiccup, Toothless, Aster, and Gobber, and more. It's an action, comedy, and music show that we've actually gotten a preview for over in some of the other Universal parks. You're gonna see Hiccup and Toothless fly through the air in this very interactive show.
Literally flying over the audience. One really cool fact about the untrainable dragon is Toothless does soar above the audience, like I am so stoked about. That Toothless has a wingspan of nearly 27 feet. So just to give you a little bit of a size perspective of how big this entire show is going to be. It's not just, I love my frog choir. I love Celestina. We're not talking a small show that takes place for a couple minutes. We're talking like a show.
Production show.
This is a production that's going on, and it is going to be good.
But the rides and the shows are just a small snippet of what we are excited for in How to Train Your Dragon World. There's going to be retail locations, there's going to be shopping, and some very impressive restaurants.
Based off of what Universal has released about this land, we can expect a few different retail locations. The names of these locations are Viking Traders, How to Treat Your Dragon, Hiccup's Workshop, and Toothless's Treasures. All very well themed, I'm sure. I can't wait to go in and see what How to Treat Your Dragon has. It's gonna be so cute. Like, I don't think I'm gonna cry because How to Train Your Dragon is not necessarily a movie that like I grew up with.
Yeah, that's true.
But it still might make me cry because I absolutely love Toothless. Which, just hold tight because we're gonna talk a little bit more about what you can expect and maybe get to meet when you visit Universal's Isle of Berk.
But before we talk about that, we need to talk about restaurants. And the premier restaurant in How to Train Your Dragon World is going to be the Mead Hall. Based off the concept art, it is going to be absolutely enormous, where you're going to be able to sit down and eat food, drink mead, and have a grand old time with your fellow Vikings.
If you've ever wanted a Viking feast, this is going to be the place to do it. Mead Hall is enormous. In fact, the doors that Universal has prepared for this hall are so big. They're over 17 feet tall. Just to give you, again, a little bit of a size perspective of how immense and how well immersed in the Viking land, Dragon land. Is it a dragon or a Viking land? Either way, it's both. Like, they want you to fully feel encompassed in this world, and they're doing it.
I think this Mead Hall will be very similar to the Three Broomsticks or
theming, like how well they do the theming.
And kind of how you get your food. Like, I think like there'll be probably QR codes on the tables, and
it is a quick service.
And you'll be able to sit down, scan, and get your food via the QR codes.
Additionally, there are 2 other dining areas within this world. We have Spitfire Grill, as well as I can never say this. Hooligans, Grog, and Gruel. Spitfire Grill will be near the Fire Drill ride, and it'll be a quick service spot, so you can grab some stuff really quickly. It just won't be as large of a location as the main dining hall.
Probably very comparable to the kebab spot in Lost Cabin.
Yes, and then we have Hooligans, Grog, and Gruel, which is a food stand, and you're going to be expecting quick bites to eat, and it's over by Viking Training Camp. If there's one particular world in Epic Universe that I would bet money that you'll be able to eat a turkey leg in, it's How to Train Your Dragon World. Like, it has to have turkey legs somewhere within that land. If not, we've missed the mark. But, like...
Yum.
How much of being a Viking to be like, I've got my meat, I've got my turkey leg.
Yeah.
That's the place to be.
There are going to be some exciting character meet and greets throughout How to Train Your Dragon World, including Hiccup, Astrid, Stormfly, Roughnut and Toughnut, Toothless, and probably some more that Universal has not released yet. Personally, I am very excited to meet Toothless.
You beat me to it. The rides are going to be great. The restaurants are going to be great. The merch, I'm sure, will be awesome. I'm going to be there to meet Toothless. Mark your calendars. The first time we go to How to Train Your Dragon Land, I will be in line waiting for you, Toothless.
She might cry.
Like, I probably will. I'll probably cry watching kids get to meet Toothless. It'll be like me watching the Ollivanders wand.
Yeah, watching anybody do the Ollivanders wand experience.
Every single person that meets to, oh my gosh. Like, I do tear up.
She gets more emotional with other people doing Ollivanders than when she did Ollivanders.
I'm just so happy for them. I did write a fun fact here, which Universal had posted on their website, and it says the Viking Village will feature 30 animated and static dragons representing 17 unique dragon species throughout the world. So not only are you going to have these meet and greets, not only are you going to have these rides, but you're also going to be going through the land, and there's going to be dragons amongst you as well. And again, like Ben said, flying over. So you are fully immersed, and you're going to become a Viking.
Now, I think this is something that we can continue to see as Epic Universe unveils even more, is that immersiveness that Universal is going to bring is going to be next level. If you got anything out of this video, please subscribe to the channel. Subscribing to our channel really does help us out quite a bit. Stick around for more Universal and Epic content. Thanks for watching.
Bye.